Hi everyone, this is Papa Hector here, and if you like my channel or this video, click like, and if you like my channel, subscribe so that you can keep up to date with me. So what I want to discuss today is lineages in the ATR and the importance of lineage in the ATR. So we have lots of people who want to make the ATRs a do-it-yourself practice. And the problem with that is that you need connection. Lineage in the ATRs is one of the biggest, most important things because it's through your spiritual lineage that the power flows from person to person and you're connected into the power of the mysteries and the spirits. And this is something that cannot be achieved through any other means but to go through and have initiation, or if you have family lineage and family connection to the ATR in particular, or those spirits of that ATR system that you're working within, or that is for you, where your spiritual home is. So it's very important to understand that these traditions are not necessarily solo practices. These traditions are not DIY. These traditions are traditions in which what you have in the world in these traditions is both spiritual guides and spirits, but you also have what we call your material guide, the individual who becomes your guide in life physically, the physical individual that becomes your guide. And that person is your guide, your mentor, and your teacher. They often are also your initiator, and they are the ones that activate the light and the connection into the lineage. Okay? Without lineage, you don't have much. You may be able to connect with different spirits that you have in your court. You may be able to work to a certain extent with those spirits, but the power does come through lineage and connection. This is often one of the big reasons that many people have race issues in these traditions, where they believe that certain individuals not of certain races cannot be initiated into our traditions. This is untrue. Initiation creates connections and ties into the lineages. Initiation adopts a person into a lineage if it's done properly and correctly, and if the priest or priestess has had permission from their spirits to allow this person into the lineage. You can have an initiation and not be inducted into the lineage. You can have an initiation and not be connected to the lineage. Okay? And this happens often, more often than not. This is because it takes the spirit's agreement for you to be initiated. It's not up to you. It's not up to the priest or priestess. It's not up to the pocket of either you or the priest or priestess. Okay? Ultimately, it's up to the spirits, and the spirits connect into their lineage who they desire. Okay? If you have family who practice and it hasn't been many generations skipped, then you have a connection into your lineage. You may have a family who have practiced, but if your family practiced 2 or 3 centuries ago or 2 or 3 generations ago, you're going to need to find an active teacher, mentor, guide, material guide, and initiator to reconnect you into the power and reconnect you into the lineages. Okay? This is not something that you just go ahead and set up an altar and boom, there you go. There are certain parts of our practices that are just like certain things in medicine that you can use over the counter. You can do it yourself. There are certain things, and the divine belongs to everyone. Okay? So this issue of race in our traditions, it comes really simple to this. Okay? Some people serve these types of spirits, some people serve that type of spirits, and they say, oh, only people of this race or only people of that race can be involved because they're not connected. Okay, well, let me tell you, I don't know what you serve, but my spirits come from God. And since my spirits belong to God first and everything else later, and every person belongs to God, okay, then a person doesn't need to be of a certain race in order to be connected to the spirits, because God is the father of all, mother of all, whatever you consider it, and my spirits come from God. So since my spirits come from God and work on behalf of God, they don't belong to any specific race. The spirits don't belong to a specific race, a specific nationality. Okay? Now, there are certain nationalities and races that have acted as guardians of the traditions, guardians of the spirits who have kept the traditions alive, and that does need to be honored. That does need to be honored and respected. And if you're going to involve yourself in these traditions and you're not from these backgrounds, these cultural, racial, national backgrounds, then one has to walk lightly and walk with honor and respect to those who came before you. And you need to involve yourself in the race, involve yourself in the culture so that you can understand things and understand things properly. It's going to be somewhat more difficult for you because you don't have that cultural background, you don't have that cultural mentality, etc., etc. But it can be done, and I've seen it done. Okay? And some people, funnily enough, for as much as they know, often show how little it is that they know. So to clarify this for everyone, is that I'm a Dominican Puerto Rican. And I've had lots of people upset with me saying, you know, I'm no good for this, I'm no good for that. I don't really care. My job and my commitment is to the spirits, which, by the way, are the spirits of God. So, and some people who don't know my background, you know, try to disinclude me from who I am or push me out. I really don't care. I'm a Dominican Puerto Rican. Okay? I'm a mix of Dominican and Puerto Rican. And that's how my lineage is, and that's how I'm connected to the lineage, and I'm connected by blood. Both sides of my family were practitioners, spiritual workers, espiritista, brujo, caballo de misterio, okay? My family comes from Santiago in the Dominican Republic, as well as from Puerto Rico. So I hope that clarifies for any of y'all who are questioning that. And that's all I really have to say for now about lineages. I'll probably come out with another video describing more and getting more in depth with lineages and how that works. So until next time, keep the faith. Don't forget to subscribe below. God bless you. It's Papa Hector.